There we go. Oh, look at this. Some science. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're with this brand new to me 1973 Honda CB350 4. Yes, count them up. 1, 2, 3, and 4 cylinders. I just picked this thing up. It showed up on Facebook Marketplace for 500 bucks. And I said, hey, I'll go get it. I'll go check it out. And then so when I called the woman on the phone, she said she was trying to raise money to get her husband out of jail for bail money. So I was like, crap, it's gonna be hard to negotiate with her. So ended up picking this bad boy up for $300. I probably would have offered her a little bit less just because this is a little rough, but it is a CB350 4, and believe it or not, nope, the engine's free. So that was worth 300 bucks to me, right? And it has the air box, which is mostly always missing. This one has the optional coil delete package and the ignition switch delete package, which may or may not scream I was stolen, but we don't know, right? It did not come with a title. I'm not worried about it. They're not too hard to get here. So missing a battery, obviously it's missing a battery, and if we whip it has the optional do-it-yourself paint job with the stickers. Thankfully it's the correct tank. Wrong stickers. You can see barely underneath it where the little pins would go for the badge, the Honda badge. So we'll be able to take that, put that in. So let's pop this guy off. But if I get, since it doesn't have a key, if I get the key needed for this guy, to get this guy open, push down on it, give me a little turn, get in there, and inside of the tank looks remarkably good. So we'll take a look at it and we'll go from there. So this one is just like, it's going to be a mess when I show you, 1973. This one over here is a 1973. Again, that baby in the corner for right now, but it's not too bad, right? That's what this one is supposed to look like. Well, should be red or green. 1973, they were red or green. So let me pop this off. Get this guy out of the way. So like I said before, it does have the optional coil delete package, but no problem. And it has the, I don't really want to mess with the coils, so I'm just going to cut them off, right? The good thing is I did order a switch, and it did come in just the other day, and I did order a set of coils that came in just the other day. I really don't have big plans for this. What I want to do is Barber Vintage Fest. If you guys haven't been, please do yourself a favor and go. It's in Leeds, Alabama, the first weekend in October. But what we're going to do is just kind of get this. I just want to see how much it has, how much life it has in it. It has compression. So if I can get some spark, it's pretty good, because I'm planning on bringing it to Barber and not coming back with it. This will be something that we do very little work on it, and we use it to fund other motorcycle projects. And I can use it to shop at Barber, meaning this becomes house money I'm playing with, because if it's got spark, it's already turns over, already has spark. I know I can at least double my money at Barber. So, but if I can get it to start, then even though it looks pretty rough, I could get a little bit more money for it if I can get it to start. I do have a full set of carbs and this air box, which is hard to come by. And let me show you what else I have. This is if I'm planning on doing some crazy work to it, but you're not gonna believe this. But I'll show you. I'll show you early enough. Hold on. Oh, Don't worry, I'm going to show it to you. Just you have to wait just a minute. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers may have already seen it in the back of in the background in some of my other videos. But what I do have is, see if I can get this sucker on here, just to kind of give you guys a heads up. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Some of you guys may know what it is based on the banging around I'm doing, but some of you guys may not. So this is what I do have. A near perfect olive green tank. That, and if I show you the inside of this tank, that it is practically brand new. Sticker up here, perfect shape. So I do have that. That goes on this. Now, this motorcycle currently is light years away from this tank, right? But if I bring both of them to Barber, and if it runs, it's worth a whole lot more than what I paid for it. So I will have some fun money. It's kind of what I'm looking at. That's the way I'm looking at it. Can I find out if this thing's gonna make some noise? It doesn't even have to make noise. It just has to get the spark. If I have, the engine's free, I have compression, I have spark, I don't even have to worry about whether it starts or not. I'll be able to generate some more revenue at Barber. Now, if I can get it to start, that's a different story. Now, it may turn into a speed build if I can get that first, right? Typically what I do is clean it all first and then go through and then take my time. But I'm not gonna do as much to it until I find out if I have spark and if I have, if I can get this thing to make some noise. If I can do that, I'll put a little time, energy, and effort. It'll be a speed kind of rushed build, if you will, meaning just a cleanup. It'll be just a cleanup. We'll get rid of some of this funk off of here, some of that. We'll clean up the front wheels. It's not going to get new tires or wheels. It's not going to get any of that. That's going to stay there. It's not going to get a new seat. That'll stay there. Frame may get freshened up again if it turns over. Fork ears, again, are the wrong color. Somebody decided to spray bomb them in this tank. You can see how good they did. So this will need some work. Everything will need work. Everything needs work. It lived a long life outside, it looks like. So we're going to see what we can do, see what happens. And then again, what's the worst thing happen? Worst thing happen is it ends up being just the way it was with an ignition key and coils, and I bring it just like that. I've got little money into it. So I think probably total, maybe I'm 350 now, maybe 350 into it. So we'll see what it turns out to be. We definitely will, regardless of what we do, these guys will come off. These guys will come off because that's just bad news. I'll just put on some old ones that I have here because they're horrible, right? And this guy is gonna go away, those two. I got some other ones I can switch on. So let me get you set up. We're gonna get the ignition switch out and the seat lock. We'll change those two out real quick, and then we'll put the coils on and see if we get some kind of juice happening. Put a battery on it. Okay, let me set you up. Okay guys, before I go too far, I'm gonna show you just the parts I got in the mail so you can see it. And guys, when I'm not always looking for NOS stuff. I'm looking to see if I can get this guy running and see if we can get some more noise. And these are the coils that I got. I think I got them from eBay or Amazon. I'll post a link in the description below. Are they the best ones? Probably not, but will they get me to get some spark? Yeah, and will they do it affordably? Most definitely. So there's the coils, and I've got the boots to go with it. These are actually pretty good because they actually have, it's not a bad setup. That it's got the angled boots and it's got the straight boots that go with it. Let's see if let me just do it the old-fashioned one. And it's got the straight boots because those of you who are familiar with it, these cylinders are pretty skinny and it's hard to get in and out of it, so any other spark plug boot won't fit on either one. So making sure that you have the right one so that it'll actually fit. And that's it. You know, those two guys, perfect, good, Nice, easy selection. Again, I'll post the link in the description below. And then here is the, and I think I got these from Formula One, which is, they're great. This is the right plug, and it came with keys and a seat lock. So that's perfect, exactly what I need. So we're gonna put those two things on, see if we get some kind of juice. We'll drop a battery in it. We have something here, so we'll put that in, see if we get it. Okay, here we are. Just checking my wires, making sure everything's good. Red, brown, black, and that should be, oh, that's brown and white, yeah. So they're all the same. This thing should just plug right in. I do have to figure out where. That's my black and white. That goes to somewhere. I'm definitely going to need that. The good thing is I have a cheat sheet sitting right over there that I can just go look at it and figure out where they go. Let me just clean this up a little bit because I'm going to have to put an end on this guy. And I'm going to have to put an end on this. I love it when people cut them when the connector was right here. So I'm going to mount up my coils, and I may just zip them on. Little zip tie will be okay. This is just a cable retainer. I'll have to remember the firing order, exactly which way it goes. Are these 1 and 4, 2 and 3? Again, for our testing purposes, this is temporarily permanent. That's only going to matter if we get up to top speed, which, if this thing actually runs and rolls, that's amazing. It's holding air. Who knows how old these tires are? Got the neighborhood hoodlums coming over. When I say hoodlums, I mean the mass of dogs that have showed up. The one laying on the ground is mine, Leona, and Gracie, and they just kind of come over and hang out. It's kind of like free-range dogs around here, which is awesome. They're good. We don't mind them, except Leona, the big one, who is still a puppy. Happy, lay down. Who's still a puppy, likes to steal my wife's garden shoes from the porch. She just takes them and kind of wanders off with them. Which, I guess it could be worse, right? Cappy, stay over here. Go get them. Go get them. But stay in the yard. So, yeah, he ran off earlier today and likes to go play in the bayou and get all dirty. So he's on lockdown. But he's a little too old to play with them. They're both puppies, and so they don't like that stuff so much. Okay, come on. Lay down, buddy. Alright, so we got this guy set up. We'll set up the other one. Put everything on the ground. Get a couple more zips. And then we'll go with this one. And then we'll figure out the wiring of this. Actually, we're not going to break the bank. We're just going to use one more zip to hold this thing up. Don't want to spend too much money and lose the shop. Okay, that's good. Now we got. Now we got to figure out these guys and these guys. Let me go look over there and figure out what I got. Okay, guys, I love these little things because you can make good connectors. They're reasonably priced. I'll put the link in the description below just so you can get to it. So the way it's going to work, blue one. This, I know it's a yellow wire, but it should be blue if it was stock. is going to go to this one, black one is going to go to this one, and then the same thing. Black one is going to go to the black and white, yellow will go to this one. So I'll have to make a couple of ends. I'll have to cut this one off, put a new one on, things like that. We'll keep this, I'll heat shrink this guy on just so we can keep track of what's what. But let's just get at it and start doing this. This is fun to watch, I know, so settle in and watch me do it. Now, I also know that I'm not an expert, and I am going to trim this really quick, and I'm going to move this stuff off my lap because that is going to cause a mess. An accident waiting to happen. I know this one is the blue one, so I need a female. Maybe I'll just close them. So I'll put all of this on here. You don't have to do this. I mean, if you wanted, you could just twist tie, get some connectors from Home Depot, and you could just go at it. You do you. It's your motorcycle. And I don't do this the correct way. I do it my way. Doesn't make it the right way, but it's the way I do it. So it works for me. Find one that works for you and do that. I just like to bend this over first with a pair of small needle nose pliers, and then I'm gonna crimp it with the wire. With these guys, I just use the little thing to punch it in. Make sure it stays. Again, somebody in the comments, please let me know, because this is just what I do. Like I said, it doesn't make it the right way, it makes it my way, so it works for me. It's quick and it's easy. I'll heat shrink that, but I got one down, and then now I just need a male for the end of this one. Good thing is that one's already been stripped. Again, I have these wire connectors which make life easier, and then I even have the ones to where you can pin, so if this one was broken, we could put it in and make it just look like a factory connection. I just would rather do that than do it any other way. I think it cleans it up, makes it look a little bit better. And again, the next one, doing the same thing. Again, this is the way I do it. Doesn't make it the right way, it just makes it the way I'm doing it. You know, what do they say? 60% of the time it works all the time?
60% of the time it works every time.
Like I said about having the other set with these connectors, I had to replace most of, on the CB350, most of the connectors because they were just so brittle and just dried out. And it just feels better when they're, yeah, I could do a whole bunch of this or a whole bunch of other things, but putting the right things on there. I'm gonna go, since we don't have a horn over there, we actually don't have the bracket that the horn connects to, or the bracket that the ignition connects to. We're not too worried about it. We may just zip this guy somewhere in there, or I may make a little, yeah, I may make a little bracket that'll just stick under. It's not nothing major. I may have one. I may have one upstairs in the parts department. So let me plug this guy up. Okay, so that should be, let's get a battery. Let's hook a battery in it. And since I gotta open the seat, I might as well put this guy in. So let me put you on the other side. Or let me just do that. You probably don't have to want to watch me unscrew 2 screws and then drop this guy in. But then we'll be done with that. And let me put this guy up, and then we'll see if we get some juice when we put a battery in it. Yeah, let's see where we're at now. Move it over here, and here we're at 14.2, but it's just charging. I'll pull that one off. I think we're at 8. Coming down quick because it was just there, but maybe we can see. We'll let it sit for a bit. I'll change this. We're just looking to see if we can get some spark. in certain places, see if I can get some indication of life. So I'm gonna go ahead and bang on this guy, see if I can get that guy to come free. Impact wrench out, and we'll just smack it a couple of times. When you change it, should work out pretty good. Currently don't have one of these, get one of these. You can get them at Harbor Freight pretty cheap, or Amazon, or a tag sale. Pick them up at a garage sale. Oh, it's not working out too well. You get it? No. Alright, sometimes you just need a bigger hammer. So let me put this guy in here. There we go. Now let's try it. Sometimes just smacking it with a hammer, getting that bit in there helps. Yep, all we needed. Dirt dauber right there. We'll get this guy off since we do have to reuse these. I could probably dig and find some other ones, but why would we do that? That's done. There we go, that's easy peasy. Not that I need a seat lock on this thing, but I need a key. It came with it. And I think that set was like $25 plus shipping, or something like $22. Something. Let's see if I can pull this guy off right here. Looks like it's a flat head. I can get the other bit for this. Maybe we can smack on it a couple of times. Good, that worked out. See if I can get this guy to do the same. Good. Alright. Let's see what the points of all that look like under here. Don't look too bad, huh? Oh no. They look pretty corroded. Looks like. Yeah, they look pretty bad. We'll get the points file and we'll get in there and you can see they do look pretty. This one looks like it's growing something on it. So we'll get the points file in there and we'll see if we can. Let's see if we turn this thing on, if we get any kind of life out of here. That's on. I don't have anything. I need to check fuses. I may have a blown fuse in here, so let's do that. We'll get the points file. We'll throw this in the garbage, and we will go on the other side and check fuses. Okay guys, let me show you what we have now. The battery charger and that battery was not working, so the battery charger kept cycling off. So I've got it hooked up. I just bought this brand new battery for the starter roller. Got it hooked up right there. And now, let me show you what happens. Okay guys, so we have the battery, the big battery setup hooked up. And let's see, we turn the key on. Now we get oil, neutral light, and we even have a headlight on. Turn the headlight off. Headlight, no low beam, high beam, and starter button over here still not working, but I'm guessing the switches are all corroded as they look like they would be. So this is great signs of life to me. I got power going from the battery all the way through, all the way up to here, which is working out great. And then back, so I got power where it goes. Let's just check, see what we have. Okay, here we go. We'll start cleaning these points. See if we can get some kind of Geez, you can see how bad they are in there. Look at all the stuff coming off of it already. It's going to take a little while because they are pretty bad. Again, we haven't replaced any parts. We added a part with the coils, because we didn't have them. If it had coils, we'd be doing all this, trying to get it running, at least getting it to show signs of life like it is right now, without buying any parts. That's what I recommend doing first, just because it just feels better spending no money and getting it to go. The one thing you should do is invest in some JIS screwdrivers. I am not sponsored by Vessel, but guys, you should do it. If you need to know why, I'm going to give you this right here. Let me see if I can get you in here. You may be able to see this tack cable right here, and you may be able to see that somebody tried to replace it and they just gave up because they wallowed it out all the way around. So guys, JIS screwdriver, you won't have to worry with it, right? So keep that in mind. So that actually, especially if you're working on these old Japanese motorcycles, because you will strip out all of the screws. That's the reason why this one had flatheads on this points cover. So let me keep cleaning these points and we'll get back to you guys in a little while. Okay, so a couple of things. First off, we lost the end of this point right here, so I'm not making contact anymore. It popped off, it flew somewhere, who knows where it is. And then looking at these condensers, they don't look, I don't know if these are filled with wax because they look pretty blown up, but we'll check. Condensers could be why I'm not getting spark here, but I've got to go through everything, make sure we're getting spark where we should be, we're getting power where we should be. Okay guys, so just to fill you in on where we are, I went ahead and changed the solenoid here, and now with the power on, if I hit the button, starter works. So now it's turning over. I'm still not getting power, so I'm about to pull off the headlight bucket, and that battery doesn't seem very strong. I'm about to pull off the headlight bucket and see what's in there, see if I have a connection that's not being made, which is what I'm hoping, because I think it's got to do with this switch up here is the reason why I don't have spark. Let's get this guy off. I already took off this screw, just have to finish this screw so we can get it. And I do love the multiple bungee straps to hold the headlight on, so we'll sort that out. Oh, got stuff in there. Looks like we got some dirt daubers in there. Oh, bunch. Why is this thing not letting loose? It's got a little, oh good. There we go. Oh, look at this. Some science, biology in here. So I know the headlight works, so that's good. This, I'll get a couple of, we got all the wasps in here. So let's look at this. We will pull this headlight off, clean up all this stuff. We can strip off, this is paint on here, so it's not, there's some rust, but I think we can clean up this headlight trim ring and make it look a little bit better. Let me see if I can find, that may be it. We do have this black one unplugged. That's a head, is that a spider or something? Something crawling around in there. Okay, this guy goes this way. Oh, what is that? Like a fuzzy spider or something in there. What is that? Some kind of crazy looking bug that's not liking me in here. Look at all that. We will get the air compressor and blow that out. Okay, good. Here's the other, no, yeah. So I've got my grounds to go up front. This black one is undone. this one, which could be it. Let's see which one this guy is coming from. I think that's one. I was hoping I was going to find this black and white wire unplugged, but a wire unplugged is better than not. So okay, let's see if we can plug this guy in now. Okay guys, so I plugged in this wire that I was missing, this black wire. So let's see if we get some kind of response from our points. And now remember, you guys may or may not remember where I broke off the points here. So I've got a spark plug here. I added another one so we get both coils. So one's for the 1 and 4, another one's for the 2 and 3. So we'll put these here and we'll ground that out. We'll ground them out one at a time. We'll turn it on. And I like to just take a flat screwdriver and open and close the points, kind of grounding them out and see what we get. Let me see if I can get you down here. See if you guys can see some of the stuff. Let's see. Yeah, let me get you here. You should be able to see right in here. So the key's on, and I should be able. I'm getting something. I hear some crackling. See if I can see spark or get spark. Sounds like I'm getting something here. Let's see if I can get it to the bottom. It's hard to see out here because it's kind of bright. Let me ground both of these out. I am getting some I'm getting some juice to my points here. You can see that there. I just need to get it from my points to my spark plugs. Not happening just yet. But the good thing is you can hear that. I got points on this side, which is awesome. I mean, I got some spark on this side. I'm not having anything over here yet, but since it's on, let's just hold this down, see if we get anything. Oh, let me put that other battery on. Nothing there. I could pull the spark plugs out so it goes a little easier. Nothing here. Nothing yet. But at least the good thing is I do have. Oh, there's some spark there too. So I still need to clean these. I'm getting something. So at least I'm getting some juice here. May need to keep cleaning those. But we're getting closer. The good thing is I've got power because I'm getting some spark around here. Yeah, I saw that one. At least there's some juice getting to my points now, which is awesome. That black wire made a difference. And to test it, I'm just going to unplug it really quick. I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to unplug that wire really quick and just make sure that was it, and I'm not just making up stuff. Okay, it's unplugged. Turn the key back on. Stay on the seat. Turn the key back on, and yeah, I've got nothing. I'm getting nothing, not shorting out, not doing anything. So let me plug that wire back in, see if it works. See if that makes a difference. If it does, that's awesome. Now I'll check to make sure all my wires are plugged in on this side. Good. Now let's see if we have juice here again. Did I turn that? I heard it. Make sure this is all the way. Yeah, you can hear it. You can see it too. Good thing is we sourced it. It was the black wire. Now we've got power to here. Now we just got to see if we can get power back through here. Okay, so just an update is you could hear, let me turn the ignition on. You could hear it sparking. Oh, it's already on. You could hear it sparking. Before I just couldn't see the spark, so I thought it wasn't making it all the way through. But it's just because it's so bright out here. Let me see if I can get it again. Let's see if, do I have it on? Oh, upside down. Turn on. Let me see if I can get it to where you guys can see it. It's coming through. Come on. Oh, do I have the wrong one? Yeah, I got the wrong spark plug. Sorry about that. Try this one more time. So you may or may not be able to see it. It's so bright out here, but you should be able to see it. So that's that one. I got to change the point on that side. And then this one. Yeah, we got it there. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a little bit in there. I still got to clean these points some more. One will be clean because it'll be brand new, but because I only have one here. So the good thing is that we now have spark. One step closer. So the engine's free. It has spark. It just went up in value. Didn't do anything else to it, just had to. So this bike was not running because it didn't have a set of coils, and the coils were probably pulled off because that wire up front got unplugged, and they thought it was the coils and that one wire was unplugged, because so far everything else is working. The good thing is if you turn it over enough, the oil light goes off. So the oil light's on, but then the oil light goes off. So that means that we got some oil pressure, which is good. So, like I said, it looks like it may have been parked just because that one wire came unplugged and people started hacking up stuff, taking the coils off, the ignition off of it, and then who knows how we got to that. But it looks like we're getting closer to having a running motorcycle. I got to dig for some parts, see if I have another set of points. This looks like it's for a much smaller motorcycle. So I'll dig around, see what I have, and then see if we can replace that. Hopefully I have a pair. If I have a set, then I'll change them both, and then we'll get to doing that. So let me dig for some parts, and I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. The good thing is that I had points. The bad thing is that they're all the wrong one, so they won't fit. So these are all for 350s, mostly. But these won't work. So the mounting points won't work. So I'm gonna have to order a set of points. I'm just gonna go ahead and order a set of points, one for each, and two of them, and I'm gonna order 2 condensers. Those condensers don't look too good. And well, let me say this, I'm gonna price it out first. See what it costs, see what it'll cost for me to get them. If it's not too much, I'll go ahead and do the whole thing and just replace it all. If it's not, then if it's a little bit more than what I want to pay, I'll just get the one, so that way I get spark on both sides, and we'll see if we can do it. Fortunately, that's kind of where we're going to end this first video. We're going to end it right here. The great thing is this CB354 that was sold for bail money. We were able to get spark, put a battery in it, put some coils. We got we got power to the lights. We got everything, which works out good. We're on the road to recovery with this motorcycle, which is super awesome. So next time we should be able to put in all the points. We'll clean it up a bit, and then we'll see if we can get it to run. If we get it to make some noise, it doesn't have to do much. It just needs to make a little noise. I hit the button and it makes a little noise. It's as far as I'm going to go, right? Because then it's viable for somebody, and we'll clean it up a little bit so it just looks a little bit better. But with that being said, so guys, so there you have it. Thanks for watching, and do us a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.